Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my humble home, my casa, my hacienda here in Livingston, Montana. Okay, what I'm doing this evening is I'm going to do a very brief, if I can keep this brief, a very brief overview of a Samsung Galaxy Chromebook 2, a mobile Linux tablet slash laptop, if you will. Okay, the guy's right here like this. But I decided to incorporate a slideshow into this file here instead of wrestling around with this Chromebook because I don't want to drop it. I don't want to pole vault across my living room with that little tripod there and my iPhone and everything else. But this is the thing I'm going to be talking about right here. Okay, it's what they call a two-in-one. In other words, it's a tablet, and it's both a tablet and a laptop, if you will. Okay, let me set that down there. Here's the high points, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it's Thursday, February 3rd of 2022. Okay, and like I say, this is a Samsung Galaxy Chromebook 2. It's a two-in-one system. It's got a 360-degree rotation on that screen. A little while from now, you'll be able to see some pictures. I got this thing today. I basically got it all set up, but I took pictures, all the way from unboxing till just about an hour or two ago. Okay, this is a 2022 model, and there's been many changes since they come out with this particular unit, say, a couple of years ago. Okay. And this is the Chrome operating system. It's mobile Linux. Okay, let's get this straight here. And the official build is 97.0.4692.102. It's a 64-bit system, and the operating system's name is Night Fury. Night Fury. Okay, inside this guy, there's an Intel Core i3 processor. And it turbo boosts to 4 gigahertz, which is pretty speedy, for a little guy like this. And it's a Generation 10 processor. Okay? Inside there, I've got 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM. I know this for a fact. There's also 128 gigabytes of, there's a 128 gigabyte solid state hard disk drive in there. Okay, there's also a small cooling fan because on the other builds that Samsung had on this same unit, it was getting a little hot, so they had to do something about that, This supposedly is supposed to have a premium sound system. I haven't really tested that out all that well. Excuse me. A premium sound system or an amplifier, if you will. Okay, this guy's got Wi-Fi number 6. It's got a Wi-Fi 6 bridge. And it hooked up to the internet, very speedy, like Linux does, It's only got one camera in it, and that's on the screen facing out. It's a 1 megapixel camera. I didn't turn it on, but it's my understanding it ain't worth a hoot. Okay, it's supposed to have 13 hours of run time, but I think that's stretching it some. I figure I'm going to be lucky if I get 10 hours of run time, before it has to be charged up again. Okay. It's got a QLED screen at 1080p. The older versions used to have a 4K screen on a AMOLED architecture, but that screen, that 4K screen was draining the battery. This outfit that you just seen's got a bigger battery in it too, supposedly. Okay, it's also got touch and manual keyboard. It's got a touch screen and a manual keyboard. You've probably seen that. Okay, the screen is 13.3 inches diagonally, Okay, and it's at 1920 by 1080 pixels. That's the resolution. Okay, the last item here, it has two on the sides of the unit. It's got 2 USB-C ports. It's got one 3.5 millimeter audio port, if you will. It's got a micro SD card slot. It's got an on-off switch, if you will, and it's got a volume rocker. And that's basically all there is to it. So now I'm going to shut up, and if you haven't fallen asleep already, just go ahead and watch my 25 pictures that I took of this unit. You'll probably learn more from that than listening to my jabber. Thank you very much. Alrighty then.